Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ZSR Main. We've got the next race out of a doubleheader here, the Zelda Randomizer Max Rando Tournament 2023 Losers Round 2. We've got the Elm Heavily versus Paratroopa this time, and I'm switching up the volunteer team a bit. We've got Melee and Ryan now on comms. How are you two doing?
I'm doing all right.
Doing well myself after that previous race. I'm not going to spoil anything. It was a good one. It was a good one if you like certain seeds to be a certain way.
Yeah, it was an experience. Let's just
That's a
put it
good way
that
to
way.
put it. But the winner of this one, again, lower bracket here, elimination match. The winner of this one goes up against the winner of the previous race. So yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to spoil who won it. If you can check the VOD, it'll definitely be an interesting watch. But we're going to focus more on this race now, which will be starting up any moment now.
Oh, and we're seeing some sprites here. We've got Alan Heffley using the White Mage sprite that he'll be whenever they start. You'll see that, and we've got the Simon Belmont sprite on Parasite here. So
Hopefully, with a bit more aerial agility than from his source material.
yeah, very true.
All right, so we see 5 lives, a lot of health, and some good stuff at the start. We got the glove, the boots, and the cross.
Amazing.
With a 6-gem seed, so got a whole bunch of resources, and we find Saria right off the bat. Go west to find the candle.
We're also having the boots on an island's west, which is going to completely open up this biome.
Mm-hmm.
I think Alan is...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I said Paratroopa going ahead and digging out the spell, not even checking to see what the spell was going to be. And Alan definitely isn't either.
Well, that's very true. I mean, I guess you can just pick up everything, those spells to start. So I guess whatever it is, you may just want it.
Yep. So what do we get out of Saria? It's the fairy spell. Ooh.
Wow, I didn't see the cost there. Looked like it may have been a 59, but I'm not. Maybe we'll get a better look at it here on Alan's side.
I was looking more at the letters than the numbers, and we've got a palace, and it's a good thing we started with the boots because there's nowhere else to go.
Oh wow. All right, fairy cost how much?
59.
Nice. Well, I mean, we have access to palaces immediately. We have seen Alan Heffley do some early palace digging, although 111 is a little early for some people's tastes, including mine at times. We might see Para doing some full clearing. That tends to be Para's forte and the way that she approaches these seeds. But with the glove and a castable fairy, although Alan didn't see P1 down there, but we might see some early palace digging.
Okay, that was P1. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I didn't see a MOA, but I'm pretty sure it was the P1 cap and pillar.
Okay, so Paratroopa has found Heart Container Cave with the early enemy that we couldn't see.
Okay, I guess we don't start with any of the stabs, it seems like.
They did start with downstab. Downstab, yes. Alan Heffley, there's the grass tile. What do we got there? It's a pea bag. Worth 200, which is not bad for the start.
Nice little level or two there.
And I didn't see what was in the cave for Paratroopa. It was a magic container, actually. I see. Yeah. Okay. Got another town for Alan Heffley.
I love new edition from the Z2R Discord, and Alan's used it a few times now, but it's I don't know, it's cute. I don't know, we'll say it's cute. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. That was not a sprite I would have expected to see. But we did see that it was the vanilla shield spell out of Raruru.
Yeah, 8 heart containers. They're going to be super beefy with the shield spell.
Paratroopa finds Death Mountain.
An immediate rock, and we don't know if we're going to have... it looks like a river canyon. We should probably have access to a raft tile or a bridge in there, I would imagine. Although then again, with our continent connectors being anything goes, doesn't really have to be anything in there, really.
And Paratroopa finds Medicine Cave.
Getting a little beat up. That bouncy cat in the beginning there, trolling us a little bit.
And Alan Heffley finds the Peabag Cave.
Wow, he's just cruising through there. There's another bouncy cat that's right on him right now. Bouncy cats in the dark, some of the worst enemies.
Uh-huh. Kind of hard to see whether, because they don't really have much of a ground presence there.
Yeah.
And so Medicine Cave, well, Peabag Cave was a Peabag. Medicine Cave is another Peabag. Okay.
I think these P-bags are a result of us having all of these hard containers being pulled out and given to us at start.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so what do they? They start with glove, boots, cross, and 4 extra hearts. And so that's 7 items that are immediately gone. Yeah, no spells, so all spell items are still out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Keys in the drop pool. I think there was small enemy drop pool there on Parasite. So even if Fairy stays a little expensive with keys in the drop pool, that's nice to see.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Another palace.
Ooh, Thunder and Ruto.
Nice. Oh, well, we don't have the trophy, so we're looking for the hint on that one.
Uh-huh. And Para finds P4 and a bridge tile to Death Mountain again.
Yeah. So again, there could be a raft at the top of our Death Mountain, or there could be a raft on our west, or there could be a cave that is also either available on the west or Death Mountain.
And the trophy is in P1.
Okay, perfect. With 6 gems, we will definitely be doing all of our palaces tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Although Alan did not see that just by start, so hopefully he does see it earlier or sooner than later. But then again, you know there's the constant that there's always going to be 3 palaces west, 3 palaces east, 1 on Maze Island. So even if he doesn't see it until the very end, he will eventually see it. He won't be leaving the west, I imagine.
And they both converge onto this one palace, and it is P2.
All right, so 1, 2, and 4 on the west. And we're going in. Okay, on Alan's side. As long as that attack level's not too far off. Attack 1, usually not that effective against enemies in palaces. It takes a lot of hits. Attack 2, always going to be better than attack 1. Yeah. Shouldn't be too far away. Hopefully he does not take any deaths here. I mean game overs.
Paratroopa finds the Magic Container Cave.
I think this is our... Is this our last... Oh, no, we're still missing Trophy Cave, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and with all these hearts, you can just kind of be sloppy in your play. So you just take so much damage.
And it's a free key.
So no items yet other than a Magic Container in Heart Container Cave. Otherwise, we're 0 for 3 in the other item caves. And the Grass Tile, I guess, so 0 for 4 in those.
Yep. So Trophy Cave is the only one unaccounted for yet in the west.
And it can be a little difficult to find caves in the islands biome as you kind of walk around this ocean of blue. You get kind of lost at times.
That's the item in 2, looks like, and that's a blue jar.
Rewarding. So rewarding, Alan's going to leave it behind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we see a 200 bag there. Not too bad. We did see the 200 bag on Grass Tile as well. So there's some 200 bags out there. Again, like you said, they help in the beginning.
Yeah, there was. We saw 100 as well.
Okay.
Not the best, but at least they're triple digits.
Yeah, better than like 20s, 50s, and 70s, just populating the drop pool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got boss time on Alan's side here at 223. A very healthy helmet head.
Yeah, and even with down stab doing some good work.
Para about to pick up the shield spell here in Raru.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Bit of a close one there, but helmet is down.
I wonder if he's going to let that 480 is a life level, and it's like 520 to get attack 3. I wonder if he's going to place the gem and then just keep going, skip the level, and try to get that last 40 experience. Yeah, also 1-ups from bosses there is very nice. If we've got like a tougher GP and the Thunderbird is required, and then we've got a 1-up dropping from him.
Alan Heffley takes the life 4. And already knows what the item is, so just moves on.
Yeah, if he can find 1, that'll be a quick dig for him as well. Not having the Reflect spell, no P4 for us right now. We'll have to go, I guess it's going to be east at this point. We've seen everything on the west, spell-wise.
Yeah, we hadn't seen Mido yet.
Oh, right, yes.
So I want to say this is P4 that Alan Heffley is about to find.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
And he hasn't seen either of the connectors to Death Mountain yet, so he's still got some exploring to do here. He digging into P2 there, spent a little time doing that, placing that gem, so Para's got a little overworld knowledge that he doesn't have. Very beefy. This 8 hearts, you know, some people might look at this as very comfortable, and it absolutely is. But both runners are going to be very comfortable, and so there's some discomfort in realizing that and thinking, you know, my opponent is just having as easy a time as I am.
And it looks like the other P-bag value was a measly 50, so 50, 100, and 200. I don't know if... Is it just limited to just 3 different values for the P-bags?
I am not 100% sure on that. There is some mystery still that I don't know about drop pools.
And according to our restreamer Star, apparently Magic 3 Fairy went down to 36.
Okay, Elendar checking and saying there's 4 different values of P-bag in each seed.
Okay. And a magic jar in the east, I think it said.
Oh, you know what? We got the Candle West hint, right? So our trophy cave is just simply going to be Candle.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
It could be, like, just to be fair, that could be helpful in the east.
Well, there's Horsehead for Definitely that didn't take long.
Yeah, and he's got the hint. He's got the hint for trophy here, so he should be sticking around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ruto has the Thunder spell. Who knows if it's required? You definitely don't want to have to come all the way back to Ruto just for that.
Oh, absolutely not. But, you know, at least you're going to make a trip back to the west here, because we got to come back with Reflect for P4 at some point.
Right.
All right, well, 13 minutes in, Alan Heffley, 2 gems down. Nothing else he can do on the west here. Again, he's going to look for the item in P1.
There's Mido. And it's the life spell. And we already have down stab, so that's an immediate nope for Paratroopa.
Yeah, and especially with all the hearts and shield spell, life probably not going to be that useful for our runners today. And 4 lives on top of that. Oh, fairy block room.
Thankfully, we have that.
Oh yeah, and I think I don't know if you pointed this out. Star had pointed this out, that 36 for fairy. Did you just say that? It sounds like
yeah, it was Star pointed out in chat. Yeah.
Okay. Para's still looking around for things. I'm thinking raft might be available somewhere, and we might have a raft tile in our Death Mountain. Oh, never mind. There's the connection to the east.
Okay. All right. And there's an item cave right off the bat.
Wow. 3 connections in Death Mountain so far. There still could be a raft at the northern side.
And the Alan Heffley's finds Death Mountain. Decides maybe later.
Yeah, his tracker says he's still got Trophy Cave, Heart Container Cave, and Magic Container Cave left to find over here.
And the first item cave in the east has a 1-up.
We might have a boulder blocked trophy cave. Again, not really important as long as our runners remember it's just a candle. But we haven't found it yet, so I imagine we did see at least one boulder blocked cave.
Yeah, we did. It was. I believe it was near P1.
Okay.
It was either near P1 or P4. It was next to one of those.
Yeah. So even though Alan Heffley's got the 2 gems down, with the fact that we have to come back to the west to do 4 once we get reflect, like Para's not really like behind at this point because Para will likely just find reflect, and then when she comes back to the west, she'll just be able to clear out 1, 2, and 4 all in one little quick dig without having to come back a second time like Alan is going to have to here.
Ooh, and there's the raft out of the east for Paratroopa.
And that does mean we do have a guaranteed raft to Maze Island today because we have a cave and a bridge that go from west to DM and a cave from DM to the east. So we have a final connector. The raft is going to go to our final continent, Maze Island.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Alan walked right by that cave right by start. Or right by the entrance point to DM from the west, and that was take him straight east. He's going to look around in some other areas now. Oh, maybe he notices it? No, not yet. Okay. Yeah, we've got this mountainous east, so not nearly as free by any means as our boots. Our boots are giving us the islands west. Sorry, I'm saying this poorly. It's that our islands west is very free with the boots, whereas the east mountainous biome is not going to be, no matter what we have here.
And that's Old Kasuto.
What did we just see on the desert tile? As I was.
It was a magic container.
Okay.
And there was also a River Devil sighting that could possibly lead to something.
I like the sound of that.
And it's the Reflect spell in Old Kasuto.
Yeah, so this is big for Para. Again, she could just head right back and see what's in 1, 2. Oh, might not be a block, maybe.
Yeah, I think it might not be.
It tends to not be, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he does his best. Yeah, it just led to nothing, unfortunately. And there's GP.
Yeah, Alan back to the west as well. Hopefully he has not abandoned Death Mountain entirely because that is where our eastern connector is today. The connections recently in Alan's races have... one of his races, he did take a loss in Swiss, had a connector that was kind of hidden and that did end up costing him the race. I think there was another race of his where the connector was kind of hidden. I don't know if it cost him the race, though, but still, he's been having some connector issues in his seeds. They've just been kind of convoluted.
Yeah, Paratroopa finds the raft path to Maze Island.
Yeah, and Para is very like I said in the beginning, Para likes to do the full clear of the overworld. And, unless we have a 3-odd rock, we're not going to need that flute because our River Devil isn't doing much today. Unless we have a forest tile blocking a potential palace on the east, which we've already seen one on the outside, there's only a possibility to... it's a slim possibility that it's blocking it, then we would need the hammer. But other than that, especially with the child right here,
in its vanilla cave.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, it is really kind of time to go. They can work at whatever pace they want to, but there's really nothing like progression-wise that is stopping us, unless Para really wants to have the magic key because she's afraid that maybe Fairy is going to stay a little expensive.
Yeah, haven't dipped into the palace here yet, but
yeah, our options are what, 3, 6, 5, and that's at 3, 6, 5. Okay. Alright, so Alan's a little turned around on this islands biome, I think, finding the 2 connections to DM, and man, again, because he got hit so hard in previous race where the connector cost him the race, this is like he might not just check those caves right there, Alan, the closest caves. That's a bingo. All right, so he is in good shape. I was really concerned because it's like when one of the runners finds like the necessary progression and the other one doesn't for an extended period of time, it's like that's kind of a big lead at that point, and sometimes it's a hard gap to close.
It's Paratroopa finding the second item, which was just a pea bag, and decides to depart. And I still don't think that was ever. Did Paratrooper ever actually go into the palace?
I don't think so, but we're not going to... I was going to point out that we do see the second Eastern Palace right on Para's screen, so we're not going to have any blocks whatsoever. But you're right, it's a little... I mean, I would have liked to have known myself what was there.
No, I guess it is since we know it's either 3, 5, or 6, it's just a matter of... And we already know where GP is, it's just a matter of get them done.
Yeah, that's true. It's really just knowledge, and like you say, I mean... You got to do all 6 of them, so you will definitely be back here at some point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Alan up 2 gems. Again, not a huge lead just based on the fact that we do have to go back to the west with Reflect for 4. Kind of just tracking over the area that Para has shown us already. This is Risen P-Bag Cave. I think it's just a 1-up or a P-Bag in here.
Yeah, it was a 1-up, yeah. Since the other item cave had the raft, which Alan Heffley had already found.
I think Alan might keep digging into palaces, though. Seeing as he's done 1 and 2, he's at 334 right now, on his way to that 540, which I think is going to be Life 5. I think it's very cheap today. So he's going to see... I guess he'll see GP first. And then just south of there is going to be the other Eastern Palace, and then just... east of there is going to be the raft tile to Maze Island. So it's not really too far of a dig for him from where he's currently at. As long as he just stays on this path, he'll be probably jumping into some palaces here.
Based off of comparing levels, it looks like 540 will actually be Magic 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like a very linear east to begin with. I think we've got a lot of chance to diverge in pathing. I guess the one thing that might hurt Alan currently is he has missed 1 magic container on the western continent. I don't know. I guess that's Heart Container Cave on his side. He missed that.
Yeah.
But at least he'll get 1 on the desert tile here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we do have a 3-eye rock sighting. We'll see what it... Probably won't have much. At the most it could have would be either a town or the water tile, maybe?
Yeah, there could be... did we see Sunken P-Bag Cave?
Yeah, we saw both of them, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, water tile or town, right.
Although I have seen a cave that was just like a random forest tile or something, so it could still just be completely irrelevant.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a much higher chance to be irrelevant, given there's just so many random tiles on the east that it could be.
All right, so Paratroopa did not scout what the spell is going to be. He's just going ahead and just getting it.
Alan off to Maze Island here.
So what is the spell here? It is Dash.
All right, so possibly still a child-blocked Thunder spell.
Thunder's
Nope,
in
that's
Ruto.
Ruto. Yeah, I'm done. Yep. The moment it came out of my mouth, I'm like, wait, no. So what could we block behind the child too that we might want? We got Reflect
Spell?
for free. Yeah.
It's down to spell and life. That's all that's left. Spell and jump, rather.
Yeah, but maybe jump. Jump would be worth it. So hopefully Alan does get the child out of Maze Island here.
So we got a 3/6.
In a very
Dive
nice
for-
shade of blue. Oh, wow.
Oh, geez, wow. Immediate Barba.
So this has been really nice for Alan. You know, he went into 2, didn't have too much difficulty finding Helmet Head, got through there, and the only reason he needed to stay in 1 for long enough was to just get the item. And here's Barba just chilling 2 rooms into the palace. So he's cruising so far. Not that Paratrooper won't also have the same exact experience, but you know, this is a bit of a lead here.
Yeah, and Paratroopa does find another magic container in the water tile.
Yeah, that's really nice. It's really nice that they're just also kind of just sitting here as well. They're not buried. This is a very set up to be a very jet seed. I'm hoping for a tough GP.
And yep, that's the upstab.
Ooh, Alan almost taking a bath there, missing Barba's head, but does get the kill.
Only gets 300 experience for it, though.
Yeah, that's the lowest roll we can have for Barba in this flag set. All right, we're gonna see whether we've got spell or jump here in Darunia. I don't know if we got a sign check.
No, we didn't. It is jump.
Nice.
So spell is vanilla.
Yeah, so as long as Alan finds that, he'll be good to go. It looks like he is. This is the first drop he finds.
Raft.
The useful hints that the game can give you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose it's definitely possible to find the hint before finding that, but
Yeah. We always meme on that, but there could be some very useful hints at times, especially when you get that early glove hint or something. It's like, oh wow, great, now I can at least pinpoint this item.
So it turns out P6 was in Maze Island.
Yes. So we've got 3 or 5 here for Alan. It is 3. That 5 is in Death Valley tonight.
Ooh boy. And Alan Heffley is just committing to these dungeon dives here. And that's the hammer. I'm presuming that's New Kasuto.
Yeah, and the hint for it was right outside.
Oh, of course it was.
So if this is not the magic key, Para's going to be subject to using Fairy to get through our doors tonight. And of course, the keys in the drop pool that
right.
We have seen dropping, although they don't seem too abundant, but they're there for sure. It's always funny when P3 is longer than P6. This is going to be our last check for Para in the overworld, unless Para goes back to Death Mountain to clear all that out. So we might be seeing palaces soon on Para's side.
Which you can do with the hammer, and it's just a 1-up.
That's the rock is right there as you walk in on the cave from the west. So it's possible that, I guess she will make that check simply because she's going to go back west, do the palaces, then have to hit the east. She'll pass by that rock one more time. Yeah, Aaron in chat, this is his room. He has decided that the drippers should drip onto the crumble bridge.
Yeah, and apparently the drippers, if I saw it right, the dripper was the orange iron knuckle that almost sent Alan Heffley into the drink.
Yeah. a spec rock check here.
It's the medicine.
All right, if we want the life spell, we can get it. Alan is going to need to ferry out of this room. Hopefully he just does not take a death here. Is able to just ferry out. There's a ferry on the other side, too, that will allow him to refill his health.
Paratroopa goes into P1.
All right, so now it's a race to the finish. Para's got 7 magic containers, just 1 extra than Alan from the west. Otherwise, he's going to find the water tile as well. That's going to give him his 6th one that he's just not seen yet. And so he'll have 1 less magic container. Not sure if that's going to come in to play as part of something that's, may resource-wise, who knows yet. Currently, not too bad. Yeah, even that 7th magic container is not giving us it. What is my math telling me? Oh, it is going to give Para actually 3 cast of fairy. So yeah.
Yeah, that could come into play.
Yeah, it's every container is worth 16. So 7 containers is worth 112. Yeah, 112, and that means that 3 cast of fairy at 36 is going to come in at 108.
So, if nothing else, while they definitely took different routes to get to where they are now, Alan Heffley, in his own way, is probably might be the more efficient of the two, since he's been clearing dungeons kind of as he's been exploring the overworld.
Yeah, and well, here we go. He's going to be done with 3 in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he does have to at least come back. Well, okay, so Para doesn't have the trophy out of 1, although she's in 1 now.
Yeah, she's in 1 now. I believe she knows about the trophy.
I think so too.
Ooh,
although maybe not, because the tracker.
The tracker that Paratroopa uses does not. Well, I don't know if she would have pre-marked that or not. She did pre-mark the trophy, but.
Yeah,
the candle rather. So apparently, Alan Heffley unfortunately taking a death to Rebenak. Having 8 bars of health is nice, but it doesn't make you invincible.
Yeah, and he hasn't been into Brudu yet to grab shield, has he? I don't believe so.
No. Although shield was in Raruru, yeah, he does have shield.
Oh, yeah. My bad. It's two back-to-back seeds.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of. I don't even think Nibiru had shield in the last game, so I don't know where I'm coming up with these things. Oh, well, Para finding a dead end. We're going to stick around to find that trophy. I'm pretty sure she's got the hint. Be odd. Para being the overworld clearer, probably has the hint for a trophy. So Alan gonna make the dig probably into Death Valley, finish 5, up and A back to the west, grab Thunder, finish out P4, and then GP is very close to where you enter into the east, so it's really not that much of a dig. It's not like he's got to dig all the way back into this Death Valley that's kind of buried. He'll be able to just make this trip in and then come back to the east and then just walk a little bit to the east from there and just find GP that's sitting in the open. So not too much of a punishing path. He does have to find the right direction here, though. I don't know how Para exactly got around.
Yeah, I don't think Para... if Para had found the way to Death Valley, definitely didn't dig into it, at least not yet.
Yeah. It was... Okay, it's got to be a little west of here. There was a swamp with a 3-eyed rock that she passed by.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just north of where Alan's at. I don't know. Oh, Death Valley's right here. Okay.
Yeah, yep. And Alan Heffley's going right in. And Paratroopa's leaving P1. I didn't see if Paratroopa got the trophy out of there yet.
Well, I mean, okay, she got it. Okay. Chat reporting.
Okay. Because I noticed that Paratroopa had not been reading the signs at the start of the towns.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if she knows that this is where Thunder is.
Alan heavily doing a little fairy feeding to get through these encounters. Very nice. They're going to try to quote-unquote man mode this one. This one's a little bit tougher in the dark, though, for sure. So probably going to take a death and fairy feed it. Oh, maybe he's going to make it. No jump spell, though, from Darunia. Has the child, but hasn't seen it yet.
And didn't quite make it.
Yeah.
Those are some tight jumps.
Wow, so if Gooma is not buried, then this is going to be Alan with 4 gems, possibly sub 40.
5 gems.
Oh, 5 gems. Yeah, 5 gems, possibly sub 40, which is going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
And his pair is kind of combing over the west again. Maybe needs to find Rudo. This is entirely, I mean, Alan may be hit by this as well. The longer you're away from a biome, like you just don't remember exactly where that town was that you need to go to. And so here you find yourself combing over that continent again. It's like, where is this town?
And Paratroopa heading into 2.
Oh, going left at start here. That's interesting. I don't remember where. I thought it was all the way down and right, although there could have been a loop somewhere that takes us to Helmet Head's junction that's nearby him. Then again, might it just be routing to the left to just find the item? Again, Para, being a full clearer, may just keep looking for stuff. Several paths to choose. Okay, several paths to choose from P5.
Yeah, there's
the right one.
Yep, there's Gooma.
Yeah, we should have shield even if it takes the death here. Alan does like to do the edge strat here, so attack 3 might be a few hits here. We might be here for a minute. It might be, I don't know, life 5. I would say he's probably got 3 hits left at life 5 with the life that he is remaining. It's possible he's only got 2 though, if that life effectiveness is not amazing. Love this light mage sprite. The little hammer just smacking Gooma in the stomach. I'm loving it.
Yeah, my main thought about it is it seems a little on the short side, so the proportions might feel a little weird.
Yeah, it is something you would definitely have to play with often to get used to that shorter. It is definitely shorter. But his hitbox is the same, because that would obviously be cheating if the hitbox was different on sprites.
Yes, of course.
That's why it's a little extra jank, because you're probably going to be taking damage right above your head when it looks like it probably shouldn't be hitting you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Para not finding what she wanted, unless she found the item in 2 and just up and 8 out of there, not sure. Going to be probably checking, going back left again. Yeah, when Alan took the death, I was not paying attention to how hard Gooma was hitting him, but now he's shielded, so whatever it was, it's half as much now. Wow, Para getting a little trolled in this P2. Alan picked the right way the first time. I'm pretty sure it was just one of these rights at start. I don't think Alan did any crazy, 4D chess routing in P2.
Yeah, it can be a difficult thing when you're trying to watch 2 players going in completely different directions.
Yeah. This does look familiar, though. I remember that previous room with the generators, that key falling blocks room, and Helmet Head should be here or the next room. Yeah, this attack 3 is a little rough for him here.
Yeah, and Gooma hitting for about a bar and a half, more or less.
Not bad, as long as you can keep it all under control, but he has taken a little bit of damage. He's done a lot of damage, but only 3 bars off the top of his health here. Okay, I forgot about the pass-through item room on the way to Helmet Head, but Para's definitely on the way to Helmet Head here. What do we reckon? 3 more? Can Alan survive 3 more hits? It looks like he might be able to. If he takes 3 more hits, might be a 4 shot from where he's at. Okay, 2 bars on Guma. Let's go.
Yeah.
This is where the palms get sweaty. The heart rate goes up 1 bar.
Yeah, chat commenting that it seems appropriate that that the way this fight has been going, that you have the white mage for it.
Probably another hit or 2 here. There it is.
Ooh, dang, nicely done.
Okay, so there it is. Just sub 40. 5 gems for Alan here coming up. As Para places her second. Probably going to be an up and A. Back to the west. Turn in for Thunder. Do P4. Back to the east. Beat the game. Easy. Until we see what sits in GP.
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels weird that Alan Heffley has 5 gems placed and is only at 445.
Yeah. That's I mean, if you're rushing, you're placing, you're just taking whatever that experience is going to give you, and then it is time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Para looks like she's about to pick up Thunder here.
Yeah, that is a full spell book.
I missed the cost at Magic 4.
I didn't see it either. But we'll see it on the Alan Heffley side.
Yeah, definitely make a point to stare at that part of the spellbook whenever things like this come up. I think Para's looking for P4 here. Yeah, just going to be just north of Rando? Maybe not.
$66.
Totally castable at that current magic level, and he's probably not going to get that other magic container off of the water tile because he's out of the east there, and he's back to the west. He's probably not going to do any more exploration, as he's been shown us. Kind of get into palaces, go, and he's been doing a phenomenal job so far. He's just got to do 4 at this point, find it, and Para's also looking for it. Do that and get himself back over to the east.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm not sure if either runner remembers where they saw that exactly. Maybe. I mean, they'll find it eventually.
I thought that's where P4 was on Para's side there.
I think that was 2.
Okay.
I think 4 is going to be on some grass, kind of near a cave. Right, left, west. If I think I'm correct, I think it's just like southeast from P1-ish area. And I think Para's on the spot here, coming down south. Oh no, I guess I was wrong. I have no idea. Maybe P4 has been relocated at this point. There it is.
Yep, there we are.
Desert, not grass. Okay, well, the longer Alan misses P4 here, this is what Para needs. But Para does still need to make some trips, right? Para still needs to go back to Maze Island and do that 6. It's not a long 6, but it's still a walk. She's still going to have to double make a second trip into Maze Island. So that's going to cost a little bit of time when you were already there. And then having to go into Death Valley, it's, again, probably not going to be too difficult, but it's still many tiles you're going to have to walk to get there. And then from there, does Para up an A back out of Death Valley, or does she walk out of there, right?
And well, there's Karak already.
Oh my God. So as long as Alan just finds this place, he needs to just kind of walk straight west from where he's at.
Unfortunately, Para has to sacrifice a life to get her magic back.
Yeah, she's been dashing a lot, and that's costing a bit. There it is. Okay, for Alan. Yeah, this is huge for Alan. Alan is absolutely in the driver's seat here. Para can clear these palaces very quickly. It's just that she has to do a bit of walking to get back to 6 and 5.
Yeah.
And then, like I was saying, is like, do you walk back out of 5 to go to GP, or do you up an A, come back to the cave to go back to Death Mountain to go back to the east, and then it's still a good bit of walking. I don't think there's a good answer there once you're in Death Valley and it's your final palace. Yeah, answer to expand upon a question in chat there. What the heck is this map? As our tracker Elendar has pointed out, that the randomizer does randomize the maps. We have multiple biomes that we have. Islands on the west today and mountainous on the east. Going to be randomized terrain and pathing and routing and everything involved, which just adds a whole bit of new flavor to this randomizer every time you fire up a different seed. You can choose to play vanilla if you want, but a lot of people do play with the randomized biomes.
Yeah. So Paratroopa did a little bit more exploring, seeing if he could find the item, but then just decides to head out and Alan Heffley, it looks like, take a different path, letting him a bit of a stray here.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we just want to ferry this. I was gonna say one thing that could hurt Alan even with this lead is that if he's not gonna pick up that jump spell, right? And so if there's a bunch of punishing waffle rooms in this GP, not having jump could come back to hurt him. He's got a lot of health and the shield spell, so you can tank a lot of damage, but this is where Para's probably, if those exist and they're on the path to Darklink, then Para may have the advantage there if it comes down to that. All right, so Para back to the east now. And if Alan is not on the path to Karak, then he may get taken for a trip in this P4. P4s can be deceptively large. Same with P2.
Yeah, Paratroopa experienced that. Experienced the windy P2 herself.
Yeah, that's true. It sounds like what Alan needs to hit is a dead end so he can turn around and pick a different path. And there's a dead end, okay.
All right, then.
So this is P3 for Para. This is the one that was, well, I don't know. P5 may give Para the runaround. Then again, Para may just guess correctly. Otherwise, P6 is free once you just walk into it as Marva's 2 rooms in.
Yep.
And I guess the use of the dash spell is going to help Para push through some of these palaces a little bit quicker.
Yeah, at the cost of potential resources if we come across like a fairy block or something.
Very true.
But since we are starting with 5 lives, game overing is not that big of a hazard here. I mean, GP could still be doing GP things, but...
Yeah. Pretty sure Para's on the right path here. I remember that that pit room with the fairy on the right-hand side on Alan's path as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what the path to Karak was, so I have to rely on chat to tell us whether Alan's on the correct route here. Wow, with as fast as all these other palaces were, this one taking longer for here we go. Okay.
Oh, there we are.
He is going to need to take a death. Oh, what did we get from bosses? Did we get 1-up? So
Yeah.
he's not going to get a level. He's going to have to take a death somewhere to be able to cast Fairy, unless he has a key in his pocket. Oh, we have 3 keys in our pocket. Okay. Good to go. Alan's going to be first to place 6 gems, sub 50.
Dang.
They're placing her 4th gift. At this point, she's got to walk either to Maze Island and go to P6 again, which is free, and then backtrack out of there and then go to Death Valley, where P5 awaits. But she's going to check out this room behind the boss, which is the item room.
Which has the flute.
The one item room that you can currently cheese to see what the item is before opening the door. That is actually fixed in the next version.
Alright, so Paratroopa makes a beeline for Maze Island for P6. And Alan Heffley's making his way over to, I presume, GP.
Yep, and he's going to be in another minute and a half. The swamp's going to slow him down a little bit here. A few encounters along the way. Our free Barba fight here. We'll see how fast Para can get through this. Probably pretty quick. Attack 4, injured Barba already.
Alright, Alan Heffley enters Great Palace at about 50, 41, 42.
Let's see what we've got here, folks. Could be a quick and easy Dark Link. Could be a hell of a linear path ahead of us. We are finding out in real time along with everyone else and along with our runners.
Yep, and notice I believe Fairy was at 31 at Magic 6.
Okay. So not too much cheaper. 36 at Magic 5, I believe, unless it came down from 4 to 5 and we missed it. Linear start, though. Linear start's going to force us into this elevator up room. Maybe we'll have a junction here. We can cast Thunder if we need it, just barely on Alan's side, whereas Para does have 2 extra magic containers over Alan currently. Kingbots spawning into the lava as they should. Potentially tough room here. It's going to be pretty busy. Dots coming across. Boggle's flying up and getting you here. This is something you might want to take a little bit slower and make sure you've got a clear path to make the jump over each lava pit.
Oh! Didn't quite make it.
Yeah, and these guys never really stop coming, so they're just going to have to deal with them. They are on a nice timer, though, so it's like you can really just time your attacks and your jumps. Like if you're afraid you're going to make a jump like that where they're going to pop up, just wait a moment, let them pop up. If they're popping up in your face, smack them, and then go. Fortunately, that's 2 lives in this one room here. Only 3 rooms or 4 rooms into the palace.
And just from what we've seen, you pretty much have no choice but to come through here.
Yeah.
Oh, and just slips off the edge.
Probably worth an up and A. I would hate to lose 3 lives in here and then have to try to push further into a tougher GP, only to have run out of resources.
Oh, wow. What a
Trick
bounce
moves.
on that. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, got another elevator as Paratroopa finds Guma.
Wow, that was pretty quick. Yeah, P5 could have given us a runaround, but not giving Para a runaround here. She's going to be placing her 6 gem very, very soon.
And there's our first junction in GP. Took a while.
Thunder not clearing out the blue bird. That's a whole cast of magic right there. And now nothing for shield. And yep, we're going to back out and go left. Because it's pretty much going to be death at that point. Life 5 on these birds. If we're bodying those guys, man, that's going to be probably 2.5 at least heart containers. Para getting a little beat up. Look at that life spell on Parasite. Is that 5 bars?
It might be, yeah. Holy cow.
So here's a problem. The room that Alan Heffley was just in, to go left in that room, from the bottom side, he's going to need jump or upstab. Neither of which he's got. See, they're both in Darunia today.
Yep. And Para takes down Guma.
Yeah, and coming back to these waffle rooms, if we do see a lot of these waffles and they do have a lot of enemies in them, that having jump is going to be nice to get up high and above them.
Fortunately, Paratroopa not having any keys and not enough magic for Fairy has to take a death right outside Guma's room. So while Alan Heffley has a bit of a time advantage getting into GP, Paratroopa will have the advantage in resources.
Yeah.
Having 5/6/6, having more magic, just more spells in general.
But is going to look for the item in 5.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what she'd be looking for at this point.
Yeah, Alan Heffley having to take an up and A there. He's got, oh, she wants a key. Okay. Just in case there's that room. There's a room that you need a key for in GP. It's possible to show up. It's a very large room pool, though, that the palaces are built from. So it's entirely possible we don't run into that room for many seeds. But it is possible we see it here tonight. All right, Alan showing us the start of this palace again. 2 rooms in, up and left, and then through this room. And then one more room, and we'll see our junction, I think.
Yeah, you got the Bago Bagos coming up.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And then there's the elevator going down, and then that's the junction.
Nice save.
Yep, saving a life there.
So Alan walked in at 50-40, was it? 50-41, I believe you said. And so it's going to be about 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes behind Alan that Para's walking in here.
And as far as exploration, that doesn't really have that much of an edge. Had explored a bit to the left of that junction. I don't think he got that far, and then to the right leads to just didn't really explore anything on the right side.
Yeah, we'll see if Para has trouble getting through some of these rooms as Alan has. That one room, again, with the dots and the Bago Bago heads. It's a tough room for a lot of runners. It's very... I don't know exactly what to make of it when it comes to skill levels. Like, depends on how patient you are, if you're willing to wait for a certain timing to get through there, if you're just comfortable with doing like jumps and attacks as you go over the pits. I think it's a great room, but it is definitely a tougher room for some runners.
Oh boy, that's not pleasant.
That is going to be where jump is going to be very, very handy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you might be able to body your way through here.
Question in chat. The reason why Paratroopa is moving so fast, one of the options of the randomizer is to replace the fire spell with the dash spell. Since the fire spell isn't the most useful thing in the world for most runners, it's being able to move faster. You know, some people value that more.
Yeah, Para also getting a little beat up in this one room, having to ferry out of here twice now.
And oof.
Well, I mean, she could take a lot of deaths in here. She'll eventually get through, and it seems like we're going to need Jump to really push through here in this GP, just given what Alan is showing us. Moving left in that one room is going to require Jump or Upstab. Para has both of those. And this one room that... Oh, there. Okay, Alan has a much better shot now because the Bluebird just found his way into the lava. However, that Bluebird is going to respawn shortly if he pushes over a little bit further, so he's got to move when he starts getting into this waffle.
And Para decides to go left first.
Okay.
Oh, there's the Blue Bird Knight's back again. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is very sketchy. Oh my god.
Nope.
Para taking this left that Alan does not have access to at the top of that glove block there. I call it a glove block. I mean, it's just blocks that you need Upstab or Jump to get through.
Right. Of course, we haven't seen Thunderbird. We don't know if Thunderbird's actually required yet. In this flag set, Thunderbird could be pretty much anywhere. It's just, or it could be right here. And there's no telling of whether Thunderbird is actually on the way to Darklink or not.
Yeah, again, that Bluebird is respawning on Alan twice now in this room in this attempt, and this is, again, you kind of have to just be ready to push through this waffle when you're here. Let's get inside of there and kill him.
And game over him, too.
So at this point, do you go check for the jump spell? He knows it's on the east. It's really not that far from where that three-eyed rock was. In fact, I think it's the next town over from that three-eyed rock.
Yeah, jump spell was in Darunia.
Yeah. It's just going to be a little west, little north. Wow, Para sliding right underneath that these fireballs here.
Mm-hmm. Bird's almost down.
Yeah, we're not even sure if this is the right way yet, so...
Yep, but Thunderbird is down. The extra 1-up is nice. Paratroopers get a little low on lives. And we do have a junction.
Yeah, we'll see if Para continues to kind of dash through these rooms. It really could get you in trouble in here if you're not shielding and you're dashing through like a maniac. Was that a loop into itself? Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay. Was that a back-to-back one of these rooms? I looked away at Alan's side.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought Alan has looped around here. I thought Darunia was nearby. I guess I just don't know where Darunia is.
Well, I mean, there's... Okay, think maybe now it's looped on itself. Or not. Or not, okay.
this is a dangerous room to do this in. You might catch a Kingbot there, but no Kingbot. Okay. Wow.
It's just another one of these. Okay, is this the one that we had seen before? Okay,
Yes.
now it's looped on itself.
Amazing.
It just took a while.
Dead end room for Para here. So Alan getting spell out of Nukasudo. We did get a spell tower check on.
It was just a 1-up.
Yeah.
It was a hammer and the first item, which I'm guessing either I didn't see if the Alan have checked the magic container requirements or not, but
It's 6.
oof.
Yeah, now he knows. He's seen everything on the east, so now he knows it's Darunia, but he has not seen it yet.
Mm.
It's interesting because Para may, this may not be the way. The way that Alan was going may be the actual way to Darklink, so it's possible that Para spends a bunch of time back here, and if Alan does finally make it back in the GP, but he's got to do it quickly. If he makes it back in, and he tries that same path, because these are dead ends for Para, he needs to, that could very well be the way. Yeah, see, Para is checking all of these. There is no troll room. Every room that has I call this a checkerboard pattern, if you will, with the offset blocks. Every single one of these, 100% dead end. I can't believe how generous that life spell is. Everything else within the sea was so generous. Starting items, starting hearts. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, was there any other paths in this post-Thunderbird area?
I think there were triplicate of those rooms, that one room, right? So I think she's going to see one more possibility here to go down on this one.
Yeah, and the elevator went down to the left from here.
All right, now Alan Heffley has 6 containers. I wonder if he'll walk it back to to Nukasudo. I hope not. Oh, here's Darunia for him. This is exactly what he needs.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was way out of the way. Para made covered a lot of area here in the east.
Okay, got a waffle room with a lot more chickens.
Yeah, and Para's about to show us exactly why the jump spell is super beneficial to have here.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if it's worth up an Aang from Darunia. It's kind of a walk back, isn't it? Back to GP's area.
Yeah, kind of a one corner of the area to the other.
Especially because you've got islands west with the boots, you can just avoid all encounters for the most part. Whereas in the east here, you're definitely going to be taking a bunch of encounters trying to walk back through all of this terrain.
Bats in GP?
Yeah, this one room configuration can have these 3 bats.
Huh.
There's 2 other enemies by the elevator here as well.
And there it is. There it is. Thunderbird was required.
And so is jump and or upstab to get through that one path. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. So the Ellen Heffley had an early lead, just zooming through palaces, but Paratroopa was a bit more methodical, being a bit more thorough, and that led to the victory. Yeah, Paratroopa coming in first place with an official time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and looking at the wrong time, 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 3 seconds, GG. And the Alan Heffley forfeiting shortly thereafter.
Yeah, unfortunately, even if he couldn't make it through that room, who knows how much longer it would have gone on, but eventually would have led to a dead end or something along those lines.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Alan Heffley is going to pass on the interview. We'll see if Para wants to do one. This is, again, this is a lower bracket elimination match, and so Para will be moving on, and Alan Heffley will be out of the tournament from here forward. Para joining us, GG.
Hi, GG.
From your end, it seemed pretty straightforward, I would imagine.
Kind of. I mean, I thought I was behind when I was going into Great Palace, so I just felt like I wasted too much time looking for any key, which didn't end up being necessary or paying off in any way anyway. I mean, I got a lot of magic containers out of it though, so maybe that did help. I'm not sure. Also, the fact that Thunder was required might have paid off. But in Great Palace, I decided to just go left at the first fork because I was like, I think if I go right, I'll just lose. Because if Dark Link is that way, then I probably Alan probably went that way. So I was like, well, I'll just go left and see what happens. And it paid off. So, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, Thunder was required. That you guys pretty much more or less got it at roughly the same time. The big thing was you having jump and upstep to get through
Oh,
that to get through to the left because the Alan Heffley he more or less ran through this. He was clearing palaces as he was exploring through the overworld. So
yeah.
when it's like when you were putting in your second gem, he was putting in his fifth.
Yeah, that's what I expected. Because I spent a lot of time in the overworld. I got lost in the overworld a couple of times. I forgot where Palace 4 was. So I figured
Both of you
five
had to
behind.
kind of retrace your steps to get to there. Yeah.
But yeah, I forgot that upstab was required. That was a big deal. This is the kind of GP that I look for, because I played kind of conservative like I usually do. I usually collect items and then I go clear all the palaces at once and then I go to GP and hope that GP is kind of tough because I think those usually benefit me and the fact that I collected a bunch of items. So the fact that I got jump in upstab, yeah, that was really a really big deal here.
Yep. So while the Alan Heffley wasn't able to progress on the left side, was trying to make headway on the right side, which had
Mm,
more bird knights and all other bunch of other wonderful things.
uh,
And so not only did he pretty much skipped all the spells on the right side except for reflect, I guess. Didn't have upstab, didn't have jump, only had 5 magic containers at the time.
yeah,
So
yeah,
while you
that could really hurt.
so while he had like maybe a 6 or 7 minute head start in GP, you were definitely better equipped for going in there.
Hmm. Yeah, that's exactly like right. If I would just lose this race if Dark Link was really easy to get to. So fortunately, this is like a not a hard GP, but like a medium GP that's kind of long and has a bunch of blocks. That's exactly what I want. So I got a little bit lucky on that front. That's exactly the kind of GP I hope to generate when I play. Except for that one damn room, that one community room where you fall into the lava pits every time because something knocks you in. I don't know who created that. Like, what? Who wanted more Kaizo level design in their Zelda 2 experience? I don't get that one, but whatever. Okay.
Oh, you mean the Bago Bago room?
I don't know what room I mean. The one with the like 5 lava pits, right? To break blocks, so you can't ferry over it.
Yeah, the Alan Heffley died a few times to that too.
Yeah, I don't know why that room exists, but okay, it's fine. I didn't game over in GP because fortunately this is a very 5 lives, 8 heart container seed. So I played 1 heart container 2 live seed earlier, so I guess I deserve this. I've earned it.
Yeah, and not to mention the race immediately preceding yours was inexperience for sure.
Oh boy.
Such that one of the racers is still going, even now. Because GP is that bad and the resources are that bad.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm glad that race took a little bit longer because I got to eat dinner instead of having to microwave it. So happy about that, at least, I guess.
Yeah, you
Oh
are
boy.
you are up against. I am still gonna avoid saying the winner of that race in case anyone didn't watch it. But yeah, it was
Okay.
quite the
I
race.
haven't
But
seen it.
you are up against the winner of that race that happened just before this one. So it's not quite
Okay,
up on the
cool.
schedule just yet. But yeah, I'm sure it will be updated shortly. And yeah, this is a big GG moving on here in the lower bracket. You're always a little concerned because it's just one more loss and then that's elimination. And so
Right,
I
yeah.
know it always feels good to win in the lower bracket here for sure.
Yeah,
Feels like
for
a good
sure.
relief.
Yeah, I got eliminated in Zelda 1 yesterday. I'm a little bit salty about that because I still wanted to play, but I'm glad I got to at least keep playing Zelda 2 for another week. So that's good. I feel happy about that.
Yeah, but other than what Melee talked about, and I don't know if we said exactly the time that we walked into GP. I think Alan had a 6.5 minute lead on you, but
Okay, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he Melee covered it, but he went right, and it was a very tough waffle. Pushed him out of there, and he eventually found Darunia. He was just walking back when you were done, but he would have been back in shortly, but still had a lot to go.
Was jump required or just useful? I don't think it was required, was it?
That room that so it's a community room. It's the room that you went through. You started on the top right. You broke blocks to get down to the lower level, and then you used upstab, I think, to get through. You can use jump or upstab to get through that block room. So jump was more or less like a convenience if you already had upstab, but otherwise you would have needed jump or upstab to get through that one room.
I see.
Then of course thunder required, and then you found a tough waffle, which of course was jump was nice there.
I don't like going to GP without jump. I will do it if I think that just getting jump is like way too hard, but that's like, I require fairy. I don't go into GP without fairy ever. I don't go into GP without glove ever. And then after that, like jump is like the next most thing I want because jump is just really useful in GP like so often.
It is. It's one of those spells that doesn't have a lot of use before GP, but in GP it could have an immense amount of use.
It's very true. Yeah, just for the chicken and waffles rooms alone are like just like enormously huge in a seed like this. Even in a seed like this where you have like 5 lives, just being able to press through those rooms at all in any reasonable amount of time with jump is huge. So I was really happy to get jump into Darunia. I thought that was a pretty big advantage, and I'm glad to see that did pay off. Yeah.
But other than that, I think we covered. It was a very fast seed, 68 minutes total.
Nothing really unusual or important to mention in this one. It's a pretty straightforward seed overall. Yeah. Yep, went pretty smoothly. For me, anyway.
Yeah, GG. I don't have anything else. Melee.
I think everything was said. It's one. Sometimes speeding. Sometimes it's good to rush through. Sometimes just being thorough wins the day. Just because you're have more stuff at your disposal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, GG. Thanks for stream. It was a fun one, and I guess I'll see who I'm up against next. I won't say because of spoilers, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'll be a tough matchup either way.
Yep, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Alrighty then. GG's Piara. Congrats on the win, and good luck in the next round. Thank you also to Melee and Mariah for doing our commentary for this race, and to Elendar for doing the tracking. Also, Silver in the chat for watching. Let's see, coming up ahead on the ZSR schedule, we've got a couple things going on. Coming up tomorrow at noon Eastern, we'll have the link to the past randomizer Survivors of Hyrule Tournament semifinals game 2 between Magnum and Humbug. We'll also have at 7 p.m. the opening restream on CSR of the Zelda 2 Vanilla Multi-Category Tournament 2023 Swiss Round 1 between Eunice and Kelsey. Looks like we've got another one later that night, and also the Z2R weekly race tomorrow night as well, I believe. Usually we'll check when the next Z2R Rando tournament match on the schedule is. So you can find that. Looks like there's not one scheduled yet, so keep an eye on the CSR schedule and give the CSR channels a follow to see when the next one will be. But meantime, that shall be it here for us tonight. As noted, the runner from the preceding race is from PC. Patrick on Twitter is unfortunately still going, so we will go over and wish him luck with the rest of this absolutely terrible GP. And thank you for watching all. We will see you another time.